All right, y'all. What's up? It's Jay, and this is Side Eye with Jay. And if it's not one thing we're going to do over here, it's not mind our own business and get into all the drama. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Nothing is going.
Will you just shut up and listen?
Don't tell me to shut up.
This is our choice.
What's that you just came out of your mouth?
Now, episode 17, it was just a lot, and we have a lot to talk about, right? So, we have Elise trying to clean up her mess. We have Daniel still acting like he's not trying to get the green card, trying to be not noticeable, right? Then you got Rick being messy as ever. You have Forrest finally standing up to his mama. Thank you, Jesus, right? And so much more. So let's get right into it. All right, y'all. So starting off with Joshua and Elise. We have Elise who ends up apologizing. And honestly, I'm so glad that she did because what she did was wild and totally unnecessary. Like I said before, I got secondhand embarrassment so freaking bad.
Let me ask you guys all a question. Am I crazy? Or is my guy living with a girl and getting financially supported crazy?
Joshua basically says he's not really feeling her anymore, but he's willing to give it another chance and go to the zoo and yada, yada, yada. They get to the zoo and they start talking. And he says, "Oh, I'm starting to fall in love with you, and she is too, and all that sweet stuff."
The thing is, like, I'm falling in love with you, like I am.
But the way she acted was definitely a setback for him. Can't blame him. And just like in my last video, I said like she should have chilled. She should have chilled, just chilled out. Like put it in your mental file cabinet. You could have filed it away if you seen something that you didn't like. You could have pulled it right on out of your file cabinet and been like this and that. But don't crash out. And she crashed completely out. So moving forward, they finally get to their own rental. You have Elise trying to kind of act cool and, trying to do a little cooking in the kitchen or fixing salad and noodles with spaghetti sauce. I don't know what that is. But yeah, the food looked terrible. I absolutely wouldn't have put that anywhere close to my mouth.
That was. Let's see how we go.
Okay.
Actually, not that bad.
It's horrible.
Period, point blank. Then she brings up that, hey, I want to meet your son. And of course he's hesitant. I can't blame him for that once again. And he's like, well, that's something I want to do, but I don't really know right now, basically. So we'll see where that ends or what comes of that next episode. Now switching over to Biricon and Laura, our favorite, right? So anyway, Biricon tells Laura that basically she, was trying to make a move on Michael, based on what Michael had told him. And honestly, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. But then again, it's like she could have just told him, but it's to me, it's just kind of stupid, childish games at this point. They're going back and forth, tit for tat. He didn't tell her stuff, she didn't tell him stuff. Get over it. Like, let's grow up. So and another thing, like, she is the one that was holding, or he's the one that was holding secrets back from her about his dad and all this other stuff. So it's really like the pot calling the kettle black in a way. I mean, it's just a big mess, and I'm kind of tired of it. But now I will say that Biricon was wrong the way he told her to shut up.
Nothing is going.
Will you just shut up and listen?
Don't tell me to shut up.
You do not talk to your partner that way. You need to be respectful at all times, and he was not. And he probably should have got slapped for that one. But that I'm not promoting violence, but Now him saying that I wish I never met you was a little bit dramatic and childish. It's just kind of goes to the point that he is a child or she's dating a child at this point. Okay. All right, now so let's get into Lisa and Daniel. Child, they still giving so much drama and so much just too much. Okay, so after finishing, doing what they do, okay, Lisa basically says, "Yeah, I'm going to need some head, Daniel." And Daniel's like, "Well, I don't do that. I don't do that, huh? Me? I don't do that." He's like, I have something else that I can give you. Why do I need to do that?
Baby, there's one thing you didn't fulfill last night for me. One promise.
What's that?
Oral sex.
Oh. I've never had an oral sex with Lisa because I've never tried it before. I don't know how to do it. Her fellow women have been giving her the oral sex she wants, and she wants me to be doing the same. I am not a woman. I have my... When we get married, I'll make it up to you. Okay?
Promise.
I promise you.
She's like, "Well, this is something that's really important to me." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it once I get to America," basically. Okay. A little strange. I see what Daniel's probably trying to do there. Okay. And then another thing is we watch how Daniel's, completely switches up. First, he's upset and all this stuff and blah, 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 blah. And, I'm angry, I'm mad. And now all of a sudden, everything is all kosher. It's all kosher. They done met the priest and everything's kosher now. He just totally forgot about everything. Right. I think his true end goal is to get to America the fastest way possible, because in those conversations that you have with Lisa, he could not stop bringing up the U.S. in America and how am I get to the country. That's all his whole mind is. It's not, oh, I love Lisa, I can't wait to spend my rest of my life with her. That comes secondary. Comes first is how am I getting to America? Like, oh, okay. And then, Lisa's like, "Hey, I'm going to have to financially like cut you completely off because I have to save up for this lawyer." And that man looked completely sick about that. And he's like, "Well, if maybe I can call you and get a few pennies." Like, come on now.
I think it will help us to find my papers. So that means when you get back to America, you have to make inquiry how I will get to America, right?
Right, babe. You do know I can't keep sending as much money as I have been. At this point, every penny has to go towards an immigration lawyer, getting you to America, doing what we need to do. I cannot send any more money.
That's fine, but you know how hard Nigeria is, okay? So maybe I have to call you and ask you for assistance.
Lisa, wake up, open your eyes, please. So anyway, they're on their way to the airport. Lisa wearing this big ass head garment. She looks a mess. I mean, she completely looks a mess in this thing. And she, she's trying to fit in with the culture, and it's just not working for her. It's not a good look on her. Then they get to the airport. Daniel got them fake ass tears rolling down his face, looking pathetic as ever. And I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I don't think anybody else is. I think the only person that is buying it is Lisa. I guess that's all that matters. All right, now let's get into Forrest and Sheena. Okay, so they all wrapped up in banana leaves. You got, talking about their future and, Forrest moving to the Philippines. And Sheena basically tells him, "Look, you need to grow up, make your own decisions." And honestly, I couldn't agree more with her because it's time to grow up, man. Time to grow up. If you want to be a husband and things like that, you need to make big boy decisions on your own.
It's time for you to grow up and be a man and try to tell mom that you want to do some things that you wanted to do, not just following her orders around. You have to make your own decisions.
So, child, the moment we've all been waiting for. They go to meet with his mom. Okay, they go to meet with his mom. She starts asking questions, and Forrest is like, "Yeah, we had sex and it was good."
You had sex, didn't you?
You know what? Yeah, we did.
I'm like, what? Okay, a lot of information. Apparently, she was happy that he was not a virgin anymore.
Now time.
Okay. So anyway, she starts asking about the future. We're about to leave, all that type of stuff. Forrest is like, "Yeah, I'm staying in the Philippines." Okay. The mama completely goes bonkers, goes off on Sheena, goes off on Forrest. Only one she didn't go off on is his daddy because he don't never say nothing.
This is our choice. What's that you just came out of your mouth?
And I'm sorry, but she is giving a little bit it's kind of weird. It's weird energy. Like she's overly attached to this man. She's obsessed with her son, and that's a little bit scary. And I've seen that before, where some mamas just can't let go. This man is grown. Let him go. Let him make his own decisions. Let him live his own life. That's what he wants to do. If he makes a mistake, he'll learn from it. But she's probably not going to let that happen. Not without a big ass fight. So now let's get to Rick and Trisha, because this was really a cringy ass scene. Her family was pressing the hell out of him about having a baby. Like they were not letting up.
Honestly, I felt bullied in this decision because I really wanted to be with Trish, and the only way that I would be able to is to agree to have a baby with her.
At this point, Rick is like, yeah, I'll go ahead and have one baby. Yeah, I'll go ahead and have it. Let's have the baby and call it a day. He agrees. I don't know if he's gonna follow through with it, because it seems like that he was really second guessing himself and was like, am I really actually financially prepared to have another child? So even though he said yes, I got a feeling he's going to change his mind here in the near future. So anyway, they, get ready to leave, get to the airport, and whatnot. Their flight gets delayed. Next scene we see is Trisha is pissed. Basically, Rick has been texting his ex, and yes, the one that he flew to Colombia and screwed, and then went over to see Trisha. So what in the world is wrong with this man? I tell you, men sometimes can be some of the dumbest, stupidest creatures I've ever seen in my freaking entire life. Like the same girl that she forgave you, for going over and having sex with her the first time. Can't believe it, right? There's just no way I'll be with this man. I feel so sorry for her. Like she needs to let him go. He's never going to be faithful. He's never going to be trustworthy. I would never trust him at all after this or all the other shit he's done in the past. So, girl, what I got to say to you, move on. Anyway, so we get to Jovan and Annalyn, right? So quick check on them. There's a little not very interesting, but they go to a ring shop. She finds a ring that's $268. And he obviously can't afford it. He's like, I gotta go check with my finances. Okay.
How much is this? 268 in dollar. 268, yeah. Are we gonna buy this?
Me today?
Yeah.
Because I gotta sort out my bank stuff.
Okay.
And I get it. This economy is rough and stuff like that. But why in the world would you take her to go look at some rings if you don't have an intention of buying a ring for her? That is just setting her up for disappointment. And you know how she is. So that was foolish. So then circling right around to Laura and Barricon, right? All I know is that Michael is truly in love with her, whether he wants to admit it or not. It's the same reason why he flew halfway across the world with her, because he loves her. Normal friends are just not going to be doing that. I just don't foresee it. And so I'm a little confused, like, strange. But anyway, she calls Barricon when she gets back to the hotel. He rejects her, basically says, hey, I don't want to talk to you right now. You're going to have to find somewhere else to stay for the night.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm okay. I was just wondering if we could talk.
Not today.
I'm sorry, did you say not today?
Yeah.
Am I not supposed to come back to the apartment?
I'm sorry. Just give me that space.
Okay. A little strange. Whew. But anyway, next episode.
Do you plan on applying for the fiance visa so I can live in Belize?
I thought you were going to apply for me in the U.S.
No.
Why did you mislead me? Well, Michael made the move.
I was worried you would try to put a stop to my friendship with him.
Can you do that?
I just don't know what I'm going to say for my vows. It's just going to be like the basics.
I love your son, and I'll do anything my best friend.
Love doesn't pay the bills, Gina.
if you want this relationship. Tell her that you don't want her anymore. That I'm with you.
Love isn't so black and white.
We get a little preview. It looks to be a little on the messy side. We get a lot of resolution from this episode of the things that are kind of we're left hanging. But we get Aviva basically wants to live in Brazil, Belize, and we have Zig, who apparently wants to move to the U.S. Apparently, she didn't know that. I don't know. Maybe that's why they shouldn't have probably got engaged and probably should have talked about their life and what they wanted out of it. Strange. Then we have Bericon and Laura still going at it, still arguing about the same bullshit. Then you have Jovan and Annalyn. I guess they're at a vow renewal. I don't really know what that's given, but then you get Forrest mom still going off on both of them. I don't think she's gonna let up anytime soon. You have Rick might actually finally tell the truth about why he's still so attached to his ex. We'll see. We have Elise and Joshua. They go on some type of forest adventure. Okay. And Elise does not look like she's having a good time. Yeah, so definitely come back for that. But until then, y'all have a great day. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And make sure you answer this question. Would y'all stay with Rick after he did all that stuff, all that cheating and stuff? Would it be, hey, I'll give you a second chance or a third chance, or hell no, we're done? Let me know in the comments. But again, yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and y'all will see my beautiful face in the next video. I'll see you in the next one.